Hey everybody, failed entrepreneur up early in the morning and sharing my cup of coffee with you today. That's great content. And I wanted to share some thoughts I had on, again, the economic situation we have here with Corona, spurred by an article I read yesterday by Henry Kissinger I found in the Wall Street Journal online. I don't subscribe, of course. But basically, he had wrote an opinion piece that the sky is falling like a lot of people are right now, and um, hell yeah, this is not good. This is a term. This is my term. No one has used this yet, so get it trending, whatever. This is not an economic recession. This is not an economic depression. We've been through those before, though this is a little different than those. Um, this is economic blitzkrieg. Oh my gosh, this is bad. Like, I think we all knew it was bad when it started, or it had the potential to be bad. But the more we kind of are settling in, I think more that the shock of everything has kind of gone away. And hell, I mean, anyone who's been paying attention to the news in China for the last couple of months shouldn't be surprised, me included. But I guess now that it's here, it's a little different. Um, this is not good. This is not good at all. I'm not trying to scare anybody, just being real. Again, I'm not. I guess today I'm a failed economist, right? I'm just a history teacher and bad business owner starter. But this is different than like economic crises we've had in the past. The '08 recession was largely, propped up by bad banking and the faulty housing market. But even when that happened, right, the market crashed there, the stock market crashed, and it was still slow, right? It wasn't like an overnight thing, and it took a long time to recover from that, no doubt. And you had a lot of businesses going under, a lot of people losing their homes. And it was bad times, but it was slow, right? It took a while to get to that point. The Great Depression, you had Black Tuesday, stock market crash. I think like $6 billion of value just disappears in the middle of the air, right? But again, even then, things were slower back then, right? So, unemployment was like 20, 25% at the height of the Great Depression, but not at the beginning. That was like in 1932, 1931. That was a couple years after when it like, it got to the worst point. It still was a slow process to shut down those factories, to see the bread line. It took a while. Everything was just slower back then. There was less people in the country. The communication was not what it was. Travel was not what it was. It was a different country back then. Now, this is blitzkrieg, right? Holy cow! This has all been within weeks. You just had a complete shutdown, stoppage of the economy, and the fallout. We don't even know what we're heading into because this has never happened before, right? Um, Not only do you have high unemployment, right? And usually it's because there's not enough jobs or something like that, or people aren't buying stuff. So there's reasons for it, right? And there's usually like one, maybe two reasons why you got high unemployment stuff along basic kind of supply and demand lines. And you have ups and downs in an economy, and that's normal. But like I said, economic blitzkrieg, right? You have a lot of businesses that are just shut down for business, right? Restaurants and stadiums, and I mean, just look around, right? Comic book shops, record shops, clothing stores, barber shops, everything non-essential is closed, right? And just within a matter of weeks, go be adventurous, get outside, drive by your local strip mall, right? There ain't probably nothing open there because it's all closed. On top of that, you got to like a majority of the workforce can't work, isn't working, right? Because it's too dangerous to work. we've never had an economy where work has become life-threatening. That's what we're dealing with, right? So you got all these people staying home. Unemployment, they're saying, could get to like 30%, which would be worse than the Great Depression, right? And it's gonna get worse. I know these companies are bless their hearts, many of them trying to hang on as long as they can to keep people on the payroll. But if you're not making money, if your door is not open for business, how long can you pay people for doing nothing? I don't get it. Freaking Disneyland is closed, which, duh, no brainer, right? Makes sense. I think Disneyland has only closed like 3 or 4 times in its history before, like 9/11, JFK assassination, and one other thing, right? But it's kind of closed indefinitely. Movie theaters closed indefinitely. I saw something in the news. AMC, which is a chain here where I live, I don't know if they're nationwide, but they're one of the bigger movie chains. They may not make it. They may not. They may be gone. Right. That was my first job working in a movie theater. Um, we may not have like movie theaters after this, right? A lot of your favorite restaurants may not be opening their doors back up. When this ends, that's another thing. When does this end? We don't know. A lot of people. I mean, April is a write off, right? So that's not happening. Maybe best case scenario, maybe in May, you start to see maybe a trickle of businesses open up. I don't think this virus thing is gonna be over. I'm in education. Schools are closed indefinitely, right? Or for this year, it's done. It's just remote learning, work at home. Um, and movies are just watch at home now. Disney put Onward, the new Pixar movie, right? It's on Disney Plus, never at the theater. A lot of other movies are being postponed, but if the theaters aren't opening up, then they're just going to put them all online streaming, and maybe that's just what we do nowadays. I mean, it was going that way anyways, right? But it's just like, bam, here we are, economic blitzkrieg. And if it goes longer than this, right, it will get ugly. Government just can't keep on life support forever. And another thing, the money they're just throwing at this, right? The inflation is crazy. You just can't keep printing and giving money out to people. It becomes monopoly money after a while. I'm sorry, like it whether or not. Um, your investments, right? Your assets are going down in value. The government's devaluing your wealth right now to pump more money into the economy, which they kind of have to. But that's going to have fallout later on, right? Um, like I said, look at Bitcoin. It's inflation proof. Um, and some of my other videos. And it's just, man, this is different. Like I said, this is not a depression. This is not a recession. This is like a war. So again, I think the economic blitzkrieg thing holds, right? You know, the virus, the pandemic, whatever. It's just going from one industry, busting through that, moving on to another, right? That fallout and damage from one blown up sector of the economy is going back and rippling out and affecting others as well. And who knows when this thing is going to be done on its rampage. I mean, right now it's just shelter in place, put your head down. There's nothing we can do to stop this corona juggernaut, man, and the toll it's taking on the economy. It's bad, and it's gonna get worse. Like I said, these businesses are hanging on for life and death, but I mean, it's business, man. When they got to report quarterly numbers coming up, right? What are we at? Quarter three, I think we're hitting there. Quarter two, whatever. I told you, failed economists. They're gonna be bad, and when the people see like those bad numbers, like well, no shit, we know it's bad, but when bad numbers hit, stocks are. I expect to see stocks tank. That's what they always do, right? Maybe it's kind of stabilized now because we're just throwing so much money at the problem, but they're gonna go down, and then when they go down, more people are gonna lose their jobs, right? And then that just exasperates the problem. And in the article I read, It mentioned, I guess, and Trump is hoping on and pinning on this is like a V type of recession. So we'll hit the bottom and then we'll just bounce back right away, and business is normal. You can't go business as normal after this, right? Not after, like I said, you've had this tear through your economy like that no one's ever seen before. Too too many businesses not opening up. Too many people are probably afraid to just go right back to work, right? It's easy to say, hey, we're open by Easter, which that has gone away, thankfully. But to get people to follow through and do that, go out and how do you fix an economy? It's a lot of it is the belief, the notion that the economy is good, right? Getting people to go out and to spend money and to buy things and to consume, right? Because consumption grows the economy. But right now, the only thing people are consuming is toilet paper, wet wipes, and paper towels, man. Ramen noodles, all that stuff. So, like I said, we're going into new territory here. This is bad. And like, oh, of course it's bad. Read it, look around. No, it's like it's going to get worse, right? It's going to get, not to be a naysayer, like I said, sky is falling guy. Henry Kissinger, infinitely more intelligent than me. But a lot of what he said made sense. A lot of the stuff is stuff I was thinking already. This is world changing. People are not going to survive this. Businesses, obviously, individuals. In the article, he said perhaps even countries, which is possible, right? In the past, it's the throes of the Great Depression is where we saw the rise of those dictators in the 30s, and things happen a lot faster now, right? And if this gets really bad, it could get really ugly in a couple places, and well, may you live in interesting times. Be safe, take care of yourself, and strap in. Because like I said, I don't even know if it's getting started yet. It is interesting. Just gotta wait, see, take care of yourself, and survive. Right? Adapt, survive, overcome. That's what they say. Right? Hang in there. Be safe. My morning just started, so I got stuff to do. I know you do too. Economic Blitzkrieg. It's here. It's coming.